Did the tweakers die? Those poor tweakers, what does that mean? Oh, Gino's here. Did the tweakers die? No? I mean, they seem fine. They're still standing, right? They're not. Alright, before we talk to Gino, I just want to look around, see if there's loot or anything. Which there isn't. Now the curious thing is that as soon as we walked in the door, the Yakuza guy, like the guys recognized me as the ones who shot up Stevie J's place. And then they attacked me. So I'm assuming that if we bought the passes at the front door, we would still have to fight these people. Right? Because they recognize you. So the fact that we didn't spend the money at the front door is probably good. Also, we found a notebook. Alright, let's talk to Gino. You eject the BTL Gino's been riding. He gasps suddenly and his eyes flutter open. He looks confused, worse than the other chipheads you've seen. His lips are white and chapped, his eyes sunk into his head. There's vomit on his shirt and sweat on his forehead. When he speaks, his words are slurred. He's burnt. Well, what the hell? Who slaughtered me out? Who fraggin' slaughtered me out? Alright, so he's out of it. He's completely out of it. He's he prefers the chips. Coyote is shaking. She looks horrified. Gino, it's me. It's Carla. Gino looks at her with glazed eyes. No recognition. Slot me back in. God damn it! This is bullshit. I don't want to be here anymore. Slot me back in. He looks around the room angrily. His hand reaches for his implant. Coyote grabs his wrist, stops him. Gino, no. Coyote, be careful. Gino wrenches his wrist from Coyote's grasp and he staggers back, reaches under his shirt and pulls out a gun. Coyote watches him horrified with tears in her eyes. Gino waves it around, blinking wildly. Back off! Just back the hell off! Take it easy, Gino, we're backing off. Your brain burns, kid. You've got to get off the chips now. Drop the gun, Gino. Let's not push the crazy person, right? Let's not push the crazy person. Well... yeah, let's not push the crazy person. He presses his hands to the side of his head, his fingers still on the trigger, squints. What the hell's wrong with you people? We're trying to help you. This is the way you help me? Look at this place. Look at me! He looks around at the squalor of the room, then glimpses his own reflection in the machinery. Oh god, look at me. Put the gun down, Gino. Come with us. There are drugs that can help you, Gino. We can go slow. These chips aren't reality, Gino. Come with us. There are drugs that can help you, Gino. We can go slow. Right? Like, let's give him a little bit of hope, even if it might not be true. He looks at Coyote, looks at you. We'll go slow. Yeah, we'll go slow. We got time. He drops the gun and Paco quickly scoops it up. Good man. Coyote grabs him fiercely. He slumps into her arms and she rocks with him for a long time, her head buried in his shoulder. When she looks up, she locks eyes with you, the deepest gratitude reflecting on her face. We're done here. I'm done. I don't need to step foot in one of these places ever again. I mean, I feel like we had a pretty good time shooting those Yakuza guys, Coyote. Are you sure you don't want to keep going with just shooting these drug peddlers? I mean, I'm into it. Aren't you into it? Don't you want to kill people? No? Alright. Looking for trouble. Shannon's plan is the best lead you've got to find out more about the Ripper, but getting back into the warehouse is going to require some support, in case the drag hits the fan. The Seamstresses Union will have exactly what you need, a fixer. Finding this necessary middleman and deal broker is key to most plans involving Shadowrunners. A good fixer is worth the yen. It's the job to have the contacts and know who's good at what. They'll put together the team you need: magical support, skilled street samurai for muscle, or a Nova hot decker for matrix work. Running the shadows is a life and death gamble. It pays to hire the best Shadowrunners you can. Alright. And we're back! Talk to the fixer, Mr. Delilah, about hiring runners. Can we just check to everybody first? How is everybody doing? John Bartlett? Von Grass? Cherry Bomb flags you down as you walk through the door. Hey, SCKC, there's a woman looking for you, Jessica something. She's waiting for you by the stage. Belleville type. Wouldn't order anything. Wouldn't touch anything. I think she's afraid of diseases or something. She doesn't want to catch you, Cherry Bomb. Thanks, Cherry. No charge, chummer. Why is the bar so empty? We don't get much action in the early afternoon, just a few salarymen slumming Touristville and hoping to talk to Madame Sinful and some diehard regulars. Madame Sinful? That's what the downtown folks called Miss Kubota. It's a Touristville thing. They like her to have a naughty name like that. I mean, okay, I guess. More likely she'll kick their ass. Alright, who's around? I just got in, but I think Coyote's cleaning the back bar. Mr. Delilah is hanging out in his usual place. The vendors downstairs came in a few minutes after me. Oh, and Bartlett's here. Don't think you've met him yet. Who's Bartlett? John Bartlett, big presence at the end of the bar. He's in the biz, connected. You might want to meet him. Is that guy still bothering you? You mean my ex, Shane? Yeah. No, he hasn't been in since last time. No calls or pages or handwritten notes either. Weird. He was so persistent. I guess he finally got the message. No, he didn't get the message. I think something happened to him, Cherry. Maybe he'll find someone at that Universal Brotherhood of his and settle down. He's probably dead, Cherry. I'm gonna have a look around. Have fun! Fun was not what I had in mind, but okay. Hey, John. Oh, nice glasses, man. Look at those glasses. Might as well say badass on them, right? Full of life with a quick smile, the man tilts his head and watches you approach. Hey guy, what's shaking? Your glasses, man. Look at those glasses. That's what's shaking me. A little of this, a little of that. What's it to you? Have you looked around? There's a whole lot of shaking going on. I got something that might rock your world if you got time. Time is money. I'm listening. I don't got time or money, chummer. Maybe next time. Alright, I'm listening. You ever hear of the Nephilim Network? Of course you have. In the know guy like you have to have heard of the premier merc team out there. The Nephilim Network. It sounds a bit try-hard, John. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of posers. The Nephilim Network? It sounds like a bunch of role players, John. Sounds like a bunch of LARPers. Are they LARPing? Alright, if you say so, John. We're a tight unit. We cost a bit more than the common rebel, but we're worth it. You look like a LARPers. Alright, so that's him. He's the Nephilim Network. He costs a lot. And he's got cool glasses. I guess he uses the money on the glasses. Van Grass, I'm very busy. You show me something worth my time while you walk away. Got a juicy list of BTL clients straight from a Yakuza syndicate lab. That's dangerous info. I'd rather not handle it, so how about 600? Alright, deal. Or etiquette gang, a rival BTL lab would pay top dollar if you don't mind getting dirty, make it 800. You know what, I just sell it for 600. It's done. Alright, you're welcome. Move on, grass. Who is that? Oh, that's Jessica. Right? That's the main quest. Let's not worry about her right now. Let's go wander around. Talk to people. Coyote's here. Oh, Mr. Delilah? So I have two main quests. When Coyote sees you, her eyes glisten with gratitude. There he is, the man of the hour. Hey, how you doing? How's Gino doing? Where's Paco? Let's not talk about Paco. How's Gino doing? How are you doing? She considers, I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm done with BTL squads, done with the crusade. Nice. The world looks pretty different to me now that I've got Gino back. What happens now? Now I'm gonna finish my shift and get some sleep. I think I'm due for some. After that, probably buy some ammo. I'm running low. Oh, you're still gonna shoot things, huh? See you around, and don't forget about me if you need some backup of your own. Alright, Coyote. I could use a shotgun. Oh, can I get Mr. Chloe? Can I get you on my team, Mr. Chloe? You look like you can punch people in the face. Glad to see you well, STKC. And you, Mr. Chloe, holding down the fort. Thanks, big guy. How's everyone here doing? You too, Mr. Chloe. What's the state of the troops? Thanks, big guy. How's everyone here doing? There's a good bit of nervous energy in the place, for sure. Word got around about that latest Ripper killing, and people aren't feeling safe. And when people feel unsafe, they either go around or they huddle up. Or they either go to ground or they huddle up. You noticed how empty the streets are these days. That's cause everyone's either locked in their squads, holed up in a place like this, or seeking refuge in the nearest Universal Brotherhood chapter house. Safety in numbers, chummer. Oh, fair enough. Not that we need numbers here, I got it covered. Well, just don't get any transplants, Mr. Cluey. I bet you do. See you later, Mr. Cluey. All I ever needed was one. Later, bud. Man your size cover a lot. Take care, big guy. I bet you do. See you later, Mr. Cluey. Later. I guess as long as we don't get implants, we'll be fine. Not implants, transplants. My stash. Oh, I used the medkit. Let me refill my medkit. Dr. Sarah Castle. Dr. Castle glances up only briefly from her chart. Her impish friend, on the other hand, tracks your every move like some sort of humanoid raptor with a mouse under its shadow. Lived to see another day, have you? Are you disappointed? Why do you ask that? That remains to be seen. Still more work to be done. Just a pit stop, Doc. Night's not over yet. That may soon be up to you, Doc. Remains to be seen. So long as you end up here in the end and not on some organ grinder's table, I'm satisfied. Alright. Granted, a repeat customer means a person courting death more often than any good doctor should condone. But I don't suppose I can dissuade you from your course of action. I'm not injured, I'm just here to see what you have to sell, man. Sorry, Doc, job's not done. Very well, then let's talk about how I can help ensure you make it back alive once more. How'd you fall in with this operation anyway, Doc? Dr. Castle pauses in her work, setting down her tablet and appearing to grow introspective. I suppose you might expect that I had a fall from grace. Certainly that's the case with many of my peers. If not that, you might think that I was compelled to do this because a friend or family member became a Shadowrunner, and I hurried to their assistance one fateful night. But the reality is that I grew up knowing this is what I would do with my life. My parents were both Shadowrunners, and very successful ones at that. So successful that they retired in a very large house, and raised a litter of kids who grew up hearing the impossible tales of their parents' younger years. Of course, we were expressly forbidden to follow in their footsteps. We were all expected to attend university and take full advantage of the opportunities they had fought so hard to give us. So Mum and Dad were proud to see me pursuing a medical degree, and they had only minor reservations about me applying that expertise to the treatment of Shadowrunners. After all, they never would have survived long enough to meet and fall in love, if not for the ministrations of several street dogs along the way. So I suppose you could say I was born into this life after a fashion. No, you could do anything else. I don't... That's not really an explanation or a justification. I mean, that is your life story. But it doesn't mean it had to have turned out this way, Sarah. Like, how does that... That doesn't... No, it doesn't mean you were born into this life. You could have done anything. Anyway, you know what? It's... She picks up a tablet and resumes her work. Is there anything else I can help you with? Cyberware. So we can't upgrade that, right? And we decided that we don't want to implant, right? We lose essence if we get an implant. I don't know. I mean, we're doing okay so far. Let me think about the implants. Medical supplies. Oh, these things. We're playing easy mode, so we probably don't need medical supplies. Alright, what I really want is guns. Can I get their backstory for all of them? Tell me a bit about yourself. The elf called Algernon appears to be in a hushed but intense conversation as you approach. However, the other party of this discourse is nowhere to be seen. Turning to greet you, Algernon dismisses his invisible associate with a wave of his hand. Welcome, fellow child of the Sixth World. What can I help you with today? Tell me about yourself, Algernon. My story is not so different from those who have come before. I am but a merchant, the one whose wares are far from mundane. I came here from Tiantiangiri 4 years ago, after the governor of Seattle signed an exclusive trade agreement with the Council of Princes. And so as the flow of magical goods came to pass through the city's ports, so have I. So is that an elf city? At times I miss the tier, but as unlikely as it may sound, this new home of mine is far more interesting. Is there anything else I can help you with? Let's see what you've got. I don't use any of this stuff, right? I have all this magical stuff that I don't use. What's on special for happy hour? Eric Mersman. Need a fresh set of clothes? There's no new stuff. Under what conditions do new stuff appear? Do you have new guns? The orc stands at attention and looks every bit like he's waiting for a commanding officer who he can crisply salute. He only appears at ease when he's cleaning the barrel of a rifle or counting out the bullets in the magazine. The rest of the time, he appears as he is now, ramrod straight and primed for anything. And how are you, my friend? Fine day to fire a weapon. What say you? Tell me a little bit about yourself, Buster. Were you military? After a fashion, yes, sir. Sergeant in the 31st California Militia. It's no longer a recognized unit, and there are those who would say we never were. Alright, a militia. But someone had to stand up to the tier, and it fell to us. Interesting. Tangiri. How do you pronounce this? Yes, sir. I was in Cal Free when the elves came marching down from the north in 36. After the UCAS pulled their support, we had little in the ways of an organized defense. But what we did have was a stockpile of weapons and ammo down in Oakland. Okay. The elves invaded from Canada? Wait, Canada is elves now? The locals in NorCal held out long enough for us to bring the heat, and I tell you, all the magic hoo-ha in the world ain't enough to stop a V11 hot rock from cracking your dome. We drove them elves all the way back to Rica. Would have pushed them all the way back to Portland too. But some ninny down south reached out to the Japanese for aid and got our own version of Normandy for the trouble. What is going on? There's like a really elaborate backstory here, and he's not telling it very well. So the elves, Portland? Where did they come from? Hold on, we're in Seattle. Seattle, Portland, Oregon, right? Or am I getting my geography wrong? And then NorCal? They're in the middle? Wait a minute, what? Is the geography mixed up? Like, what's going on? Things went to hell in a handbasket from there. Don't much like to talk about those later days. So let's talk guns instead. Can I help you? Can I get you anything? There is... I mean, I'm kind of interested in this history now. I have no idea what's going on, but... I can't figure out the geography. This is the same stuff as before. I don't understand why I would use this instead of this, right? So it's the same damage, but more capacity. And I'm wondering if I should buy the... I mean, there's no better drone. Should I buy the other weapons for my team? I don't really have a team. Oh wait, why do I have 3 weapons? Why do I have 3 weapons? I have 2 assault rifles. Can I dual wield? I can put it away. Well, I guess this means I don't have to reload as often, is that right? Anyway, I have 2 guns now.